Well, hello, and welcome back to a special edition of Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, 24,030, and of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and you know it, I know it, make sure you ring that bell. Ooh. Okay, so we're doing double damage today, and on the last stage, once again, Marion still only getting 99%. Of course, we're basically doing this until Marion consistently gets 100%. Once we get to that point, we will be dismantling Christian's artifacts. So let's give it a go. This is how this will look with double damage. And Marion's a little unbalanced right now. Her artifacts are actually her orb is actually like almost a whole day higher than her ring, but that's fine. We're gonna fix that tomorrow. So if we're doing double damage, we can basically two-shot the ogres. So we've gotten to the point where we can basically two-shot the ogres, which I believe the ogres, I don't know if they're the highest. I think they do have the most. I know this configuration has the most health out of any of the levels we'll see. So that's about how much we're at. And finishing everything off here. And there we go. All right, let's take a look. Still 99 to 1. But she did do 10 AA damage. And again, that's the stage with the most potential damage we can do. The interesting thing is it doesn't count overflow. So that, you know, it limits it to the amount of damage that's possible. So if you hit something that has 100 health left, you don't get all the damage you would do. You know, you don't get your overkill damage. You just get the 100. And then you can see in this stage, you know, just how much better Marion is because she just sweeps. And a lot of it too is the configuration I have, right? Letting everything run to the castle really does favor Marion because she can basically wipe everything out in front of the castle like super easily. Christian does not have that. Like, I feel like Christian would do better if I actually had warriors on the stage and stuff spread out, but that's slower anyways, which means, you know, he's not going to win. So another 99 to 1. I'm still surprised he's still able to hold on. But it might be just I have unrealistic expectations. I'm hoping that when we get to 4,500, we can start doing some more Total War. I'll be honest, I was super disappointed. The first stage, now granted, I tried the hardest stage. The hardest stage we had outstanding. We couldn't do it. Do you know how disappointed I was? It's not, you know, I mean, granted, like I said, I started at the hardest stage because I knew if we get that, then we could do the easier stage. Like, I would have probably a week's worth of progress. Because, again, right now, the goal is to... All right, let's take a look. She did get 100. So that was a 100% on the cannons. And, of course, Marion does so well on the cannons, so that's great to see. And we'll go here. I mean, we might need to just... I just don't know how many 100s she can realistically get. The problem is, as soon as we take Christian's artifacts away, and I like having Christian's artifacts around. Some people ask, well, why don't I split level my artifacts? And you can just see with that example, right? Christian having 600 artifacts, Marion having artifacts that are a little over 7 times as strong, right? And Marion is doing 99 times his damage. Like, it's not even close. And that's probably the best one. Oh, wow, we're almost one-shotting these. That's probably, to me, the best indicator of why it's so important to do your artifacts that way. Mostly, I just don't want people to fall into my trap. Now, you still would probably level up a set of uncommon 3s and move to uncommon 5 like I did. I think that's still a reasonable progression. But for example, remember how I went back and took Christian from 5? You need to get Christian to like only like 5. You would need to get your uncommon 3s to like 500 at best. And remember how I went back and leveled up Christian's artifacts? I would have been better off just dismantling all those crystals. So another 99 to 1. I would have been better off just dismantling those crystals that I leveled with. That I leveled Christian's artifacts for 99 levels. I think it was 501. And I would have been better off dismantling those and saving them for when we made it beyond, when we made it to basically you have to get to 24,000. Because what was happening was with Uncommon 5, I was having difficulty getting enough things. So you could try even to do a rare 1 and an Uncommon 5, but that'd be really tough. You're probably better off doing 2 5s. And survey says another 99 to 1. So we got one good stage clear there. I'm just going to show you my current farm stage. We can look at the... Well... Oh, well, you're going to see it anyways. Marion's actually getting close to being able to kill things without Luke's buff. That was about an 80% hit there. So she's actually getting close to, handling Luke's buff. I will say it'll also be nice, once we finish all of Total War, and we finish all of, all the portal stages and stuff like that, we are going to start pushing again. It is going to be a controlled push. Like, I'm not going to go up a crazy amount of stages. Let's see. I don't remember the different stages that well. Okay, here's a cannon stage. Oh, we didn't even look at the damage. Hold on. Yeah, so that was a 100 to 1. But we will push again, but it's going to be a very controlled push. Obviously, at that point, we will be... I'm going to just switch to Vincent. Like, it's going to take me a long time to dig Vincent out of the hole. But we're going to switch to Vincent. So you'll see the field with Vincent, and I don't know. Well, I'm sure having Brian won't be a big deal. Vincent, Brian, and who's the other guy? Daniel. Just because Brian is basically mandatory because he increases Vincent's basic attack speed. So that effectively gives him free damage, and why it's so important to increase his basic attack speed. When Vincent has higher basic attack speed, it'll mean he'll move from monster to monster more quickly. And that means he'll be able to grab and drag more of the stage with him. So it's going to be a very different way than what Marion does. And then, of course, if the stage is weak enough, basically Vincent will just be running from monster to monster, and his special will just wipe everything out around him. So that'll be interesting to see. It'll be very different than how we play with Marion, where stuff gets stuck on the castle. So another 99 to 1. Though I think we'll probably still let some stuff get to the castle. And let's see here. Oh, well, that's enough. Sorry that it wasn't like the greatest King's Ruin. But once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.